Welcome to The Explainer. The digital world has opened up incredible opportunities for businesses, but let's be real, it's also opened the door to a whole lot of risk. In the next few minutes, we're going to dive deep into one of the biggest challenges out there, cybersecurity. So, let me just ask you this straight up, and I want you to really think about it for a second. How secure is your business really? It's a tough question, I know. But it's one we absolutely have to ask. And to get why that question is so urgent right now, we've got to understand the world we're all operating in. It's kind of like an unseen digital battlefield out there. Businesses today are caught in a perfect storm, what I'd call a modern triple threat. First, cybercrime isn't just happening more often. The attacks are getting way more sophisticated. Second, you've got this web of complex regulations, think GDPR and others, that have some serious teeth if you don't comply. And third, and this is a big one, there's a massive shortage of cybersecurity experts. Yeah, that talent gap is a huge problem. The demand for pros who know this stuff is just exploding, and there simply aren't enough skilled people to go around. So trying to build your own top-tier security team in-house, it's not just hard, it's incredibly expensive. All this means that the old way of handling security just doesn't cut it anymore. Trying to stitch together a defense with a patchwork of different tools from different vendors, maybe a couple of different teams, it just leaves gaps. And you know what happens with gaps? That's exactly how the attackers slip through. Okay, so if building your own security dream team is off the table for most companies, what's the alternative? Well, the answer isn't to just try and do everything yourself. It's about finding the right expert partner to have in your corner. And that partner is what we call a Managed Security Service Provider, or MSSP for short. Now, the word to focus on here is partner. This isn't just about buying a piece of software. An MSSP is a dedicated security company that becomes an extension of your own team, managing your security day in and day out. So what do they actually do? Well, they bring that deep, specialized expertise in finding and stopping threats. They basically take on the heavy lifting of your security operations. And it's not a one-size-fits-all deal. They tailor their solutions for your business and really work with you, side by side. That all sounds pretty good, right? But what does it actually look like day to day? Let's get into the nitty-gritty of how an MSSP actually protects your business. Their work really revolves around being proactive. A huge chunk of it, as you can see, is 24/7 monitoring, literally having expert eyes on your systems around the clock. Then you've got things like regular vulnerability checks, gathering threat intelligence to see what's coming, and, of course, a dedicated team ready to respond to any incidents. They also handle something called SIEM services, which is a fancy way of saying they use powerful tools to collect and analyze data from all over your network to spot trouble before it gets out of hand. And when a threat is found, nobody panics. There's a clear plan, a playbook. Step 1 is all about speed, responding immediately to contain the threat and stop the bleeding. Step 2 is the forensic work, where experts dig in to figure out exactly what happened. And step 3 isn't just about getting back to normal, it's about making your systems even stronger to make sure it doesn't happen again. And this right here really gets to the core of the value. Look at the two options. Trying to build an in-house team means huge upfront costs and that constant, painful struggle to find and keep talent. But with an MSSP partnership, you get a pay-as-you-go model. You get instant access to an entire team of experts, which lowers your costs and lets your security grow right alongside your business. This quote really nails it. And the key word, the magic word here, is proactively. An MSSP completely flips your security approach. You're no longer just reacting to bad things after they happen. Instead, you're actively hunting for and fixing weaknesses before anyone has a chance to exploit them. It's a total game changer. All right, so you're probably starting to see the benefits. But just like any important relationship, choosing the right partner is everything. Not all MSSPs are the same, so let's walk through how to find the perfect fit for your business. Think of this as your essential checklist. You've got to check out their technical skills and certifications. You absolutely need to dig into their service level agreements. We'll talk more about that in just a second. Make sure what they offer actually lines up with your business goals. Compare the pricing and the return on investment. And most importantly, find out how fast they'll jump on an incident. let's double-click on that SLA. Seriously, this document is the absolute foundation of your relationship. It's the contract that spells out all the performance guarantees, who's responsible for what, and, critically, how quickly they promise to respond when things go wrong. You have to read and understand this thing. It is non-negotiable. And that partnership idea? It really is a two-way street. As you can see here, the MSSP handles the heavy technical stuff like monitoring and response. But your team has a role to play too. Things like providing the data they need, communicating clearly, and working together. That collaboration is what makes the whole thing work. So finally, let's look to the horizon. Working with an MSSP isn't just about solving today's security headaches. It's really about getting your business ready for the future of defense.
I mean, just look at how fast these services are evolving. It started with just traditional monitoring. Then, as everyone moved to the cloud, they added cloud security and help with compliance. And now, the really cutting-edge providers are using things like AI to predict threats before they even happen, and new strategies like MXDR.
So what is MXDR?
It stands for Managed Extended Detection and Response, and it's basically the next big thing in security. It's designed to break down the walls between all your different security tools. It pulls in threat data from your computers, your cloud accounts, your network, even your email, and combines it all into one single unified view. It's about seeing the whole picture.
So when you add it all up, the advanced expertise, the cost savings, the help with compliance, and the way it prepares you for the future, the conclusion is pretty clear. An MSSP isn't just another line item on a budget. It's a strategic investment in the health, resilience, and future of your business. Which brings us to our final thought. Your business is changing, the technology you use is changing, and the threats you face are definitely changing. So the real question you need to ask yourself is this: is your security changing too?